Hello, guys. Yuri with you today. And if you ask yourself sometimes, like I ask myself, why did I fail this time? It was perfect plan. Why it didn't work? Why I fail? Why people fail? If any questions like that from time to time happens with you, like it show up, it's fine, it's okay. I'm here to support you. And I get inspiration to show up today with this workshop because I saw a post of a person who I follow. It's Jarek Robbins. It's Tony Robbins' son. And I am learning from Tony Robbins a lot and part of his crew. And myself, I'm doing a lot of practice with people because I'm a doctor, holistic doctor and transformational coach, and maybe more than decade I'm helping people to overcome their challenges. But I also have challenges on everyday basis, and I know that you have. So it's the if this topic important for you, I'm here not coach you, I'm here not to tell you what to do, but let's dive in through this short presentation because I really needs to be short today. And it's didn't perfect. And I show up just because this is who I am. I wanna learn, I wanna grow, and I wanna contribute. So this all this topic about why we fail and what is missing, how to close this gap between who we are right now and who you wants to become, who we wants to become in any areas of life, because this is similarity. When we're talking about self-coaching, when we're talking about on everyday basis habits, in some areas we succeed, in some areas we not. Even if in areas when we succeed, we saw many times we fail, but why we still succeed and how we can make it happens in all areas of life to make our life more fulfilled. So if you have interested about this topic, sign up for my channel because it will be much more of it. And like, dislike, anything will support. Ask me any question and let's dive in. Let's chat and hang out together. And in the end of this presentation, I have a little present for you. It will be very beneficial. So you will not look just on talking head. I prepare some specific questions for you. It's like coaching questions that I use for myself, and it's very helpful for my clients, my patients. And I see how it works all over the globe because more I'm diving and studying about this from my teachers, from Tony Robbins first, I see how really consistent actions can help. But if you will not put it in right structure, it can fall in apart and you will end up with regret. So, first question, why do people go back even after progress? This is statistics that I had some experience to have back of the days. And it's something that every person try. You tried, I tried, and we know how it works. A lot of people right now looking for body transformation. And statistics show that people, when they go through some process, like some diet, they try hard, they go back. But the same things happens in other areas of life. In our relationship, we make a decision. We're doing something differently, and after that, we reverse. So we are not really like fail 100%. Something happened during this our journey, and we just reverse. We just like drop in specific moments something like just cracked, falling apart, And this is what we call failing. But I wanna motivate you a little bit. It's not even just motivation. I wanna encourage you to continue moving forward. Because if you are have a decision, if you have a dream, if you have a goal, something missing in your structure, in your system, and this is that you need to figure out. Today, I will show you this necessary like puzzles, like the formula that I get from Robin's family. Specifically today, it shows up on Jarek Robbins post, but I learned it from Tony Robbins and I practice it a lot. And I can share a little bit of my story or stories of my clients, my patients, but most important is you. So all of this, all this workshop, it's just to remind you about some things that you be able to continue moving and pick up some things that can help you to improve your system. Because just get some tips, it's not enough. You need to have a system that will support you. So this is about that, the whole story about that. And we know that it's not about information. We can read a lot of books, we can listen a lot of podcasts, we can like listen a lot of audiobooks. I remember the day when I have a goal to get out from my debt. Like it was like crazy debt, financial, and I try multiple times and I read different books. Like I remember I wrote, I found the book Robert Kiyosaki. Uh, it's about money management. It's about rich dad and poor dad. Maybe you familiar with this author, and I love his books, and I read a lot of them, and I give give my friends like, look, this is the like great things. Like we can change our whole family history. We can like really can become rich and I never was like obsessed about get rich. Meaning in life for me was always like foundation. But we have many different areas in life, and we looking for solution. And information is not a problem. I remember the same questions I have about my family history and a relationship history. What's going on in my own life with my own relationships, like multiple failures. And my intention was pure, and I really like have love. So what's going on everyday basis? The same with body transformation. I remember I was a doctor. I have a professional background and sport background because I always perform in different competitions. And I was 300 pounds going back and forth like these weight swings with hard diets, counting calories and stuff like that. And it was never permanent result. Temporary, yes, but permanent, never until I figure out what structure means in that area. And I start putting it together and uh, play it on everyday basis. And 15 years, even more, I'm in condition around 200 pounds. And most interesting, I will turn 45 and I have a lot of energy. I work out every day. It's not like hours in the gym, but it's regularly because I have energy to do. I'm raising my 15 months old son by myself. I do business. I am working part time to pay some bills. And it's not because I am like special, because I have a structure. This is the whole point. And I will be so grateful if you be able to pick necessary things for yourself. Somebody asking like, okay, how are you recording this workshop? Where is your son? So he's right now with his mom. And that time that I have him, my parenting time, I by myself in this town, in this state. So it means like I need to manage everything. to be able to be stable parent and at the same time show up with you guys and delivery what inspires me and change people's life and my also. I will be very excited to hear stories from you because this is the the whole reason to help other to rise to move through obstacles and have our breakthrough to fulfill our life. So if information is not the problem, where is the problem? Where is the these fundamental cracks happens? Like what is missing? Do you know this famous story about Colossus, right? When air shakes happens, when that comet hits, when 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 in our life, when we're talking about like transition to our life, everybody have stressful situation and some of them we don't even realize until we put dots together when we look back that it was really like serious stress. I remember it happens with me when I was 11 years old and my best friend died because of accident. And for me, it was like a big loss. And on the next year, when I was 12, my father was killed. So it was very stressful for me that moment, but I didn't consciously realize it. I just process it with some system. Now I can see how I handle that situation, and it was not in destructive way. It's interesting because I had a lot of temptations, like I had a lot of friends who choose different paths, and I see the stories right now. A lot of them in the jail, some of them not alive anymore, and some of them becomes alcoholics, like drug addicted people. Without judgment, I was there. I mean, I didn't end up like them, but I try to be a part of different communities because as a teenager you try a lot of different things but something fundamental inside you show you the way. So why it's important to check your structure to check like what materials, what is your architecture, because this is what happens when life hits. We name it like life hits. My teacher Tony Robbins said that it's a part of life, like challenges, it's a part of life. When you are have a right system, it will always hold you. Even it's when very hard stress will hit you, system that you build the right structure that have all components. I will share with you which I mean. It will always hold you. And the habit, it's something that everybody knows. But what exactly? What kind of habit it should be? Right habits that will support me, that will help me. Okay, but exactly, can you name them? Can you structure them? And most importantly, take an area of your life where you have a lot of failures, but you still, it's a still must for you to make it happen. How to put it inside and install it in that, like digest it right. Like in biology, in physiology, we telling, okay, you eat a protein, you put it in your mouth, you put it in your stomach. Did your body will be able to digest it and put it in your inside your cells and make it your own protein? This is the question. And a lot of people missing all of these structure for supporting body to make it happen. And we have a lot of stories when people struggling with health, with energy, with like body transformation. So, what is these elements? Five, it's identity first. Behavior will be next because we have a lot of information. We can create a plan and we know what we want. Because if we even don't know what we want, okay, what kind of identity I need to have? What does mean identity? Identity, it means I am. a person who execute. And I remember one of the books, I guess it was Seven Habits uh, of Successful People. And in that book, it was multiple books about this topic, but I start not just writing my goals. On the second, like it was like a list, two sides, right? On the one side, what I want in the area, each area of life have each like separate pages. And on the second side, like on the other side, why I will make it. So what I exactly doing, who I am already, and it was very detailed. And I remember how every morning I grow up, and it was not just declaration, it was incantation that I did, like turn on music, change my state. Now I understand the Tony Robbins triad, how it works. When you have a right state to make it happen, to make this identity shift first. So behavior will change because just change behavior didn't help you to make it yours. It's like with protein. Okay, I need a protein, I eat it. But it becomes your protein, or you think it will happen automatically. Okay, if it happens automatically, why people struggle with it? Why they always hungry? It's not lack of food right now, but something happens on the way, indigestion maybe something, on the level of absorbing, of the level of like uh, chemical bonding with your own, like with your own transportation system in the blood, immune system, about like protection and all of that. After that, when it goes to the liver, after that, when it goes to the like all other parts, it's so many different things get connected. And in the end, even if it becomes your protein part of it, how long it stays healthy, its environment inside your cells and around your cells. This is just a quick example how it's we can understand it on level of physiology and biology. But in the real life, we're talking about relationship. Okay, this is what I want. This is what kind of relationship I want. And I remember that we write there later. I write, my spouse, we did it together. But how we execute, we can do some things together. We did Ho'oponopono practice, we read together, but identity is something different. It's not just actions. It's something that deeper inside you that you're telling yourself. And about this a little bit later, but this is first thing that most people miss. Identity first, behavior second. Environment, it's important thing. It's never change you by itself, but it's important. I remember I share like a few days ago a recording workshop that I talked with the guy in the gym, and he multiple times conversations with him, and he tried to um, get back in shape, and most important, like rise level of energy and come back to things that he loves to because he becomes overweight, and he's a young guy, 28 years old. And when he asked me about my age, and I told him and my biomarkers, I'm 33 by biology age. When you go to some lab, for example, I use Life Force. It's an amazing company created by Tony Robbins and his partner, Peter. Yeah, it's very affordable. You can handle it. It's not cost much, but it's so many different tools that it tells you how old are you, biomarkers, information markers, longevity, vitality markers, a lot of things. So I'm 33, and when I tell him, like, he's like, dude, like you looks like 33, really. Not by my cracks on my face because I'm smiling a lot and using my face, but my body. And he saw my higher performance on workout, and it's intense. I love it. So why I'm sharing you this? Because he said, "Oh, this time I will do it better." My girlfriend even come to me and we will together work out in the gym and we will go to the grocery store together and pick up healthy products together. And I ask him, okay, she's supportive. It's very good, but her standards higher than yours or lower than yours, be honest. He said, yeah, her standards lower. So I pull her leg. And I said, yeah, so if you will do it long enough, it can even affect your relationships with her. So environment should be supportive, but you need to see how support this environment for you on the level of identity. And I don't say that you need to cut your relationships and just like live by yourself in your cave. Okay, I'm working on my identity. It's not how it works. But how you react, reflect, how you process information and behavior of other people, this needs to be changed because you choose specifically from who you accept vibes, we can say, and who just you ignore. You like, okay, thank you for your opinion, and this is not goes in you, so you don't eat it. Right? You don't swallow it in other ways. So environment, it's important, but it's not everything. So it's some in other parts that we needs to put together. And environment, of course, can be different. It can be family members, it can be our some friends, co-workers, our partners, it can be even our spouse. It can be our like girlfriend, boyfriend, or like our kids. It's it's a system, right? And very important how we be able to process all of these in real life, to not be hard, to not ignoring, to not be aggressive or passive, but be stable and at the same time know what you're doing, who you listen, and to who you respond and how. So environment, it's important. Third part, and it's crucial. It's a story that you tell yourself when you by yourself. For somebody, it can be like, what do you mean? I am not talk to myself. Really? We know that everybody have that. And very important thing that I pick up from Tony Robbins, we can have a curse in our life or blessing in our life, depending of story what we telling ourselves. And very important to just filter some stories from the past because some people was very powerful in our life. First of all, it was our parents or people who care about us because we need attention from them and love. So we are stick to them just to get their attention and love. It was necessary for us. So their opinion about us is just was everything for us. We just absorb it like a sponge. It was empowering or dispowering. This is what we need to figure out. And I remember one story of my friend. He's 60 something. He's running marathons. And he had a surgery, heart surgery, when he was 7. And all his environment was shocked, like how he start be acting so quick because he act like a normal kid. And I interview him on my podcast. And he said, like, I remember that surgery did very famous surgeon Amosov in his institute in Kiev in Ukraine. And I remember that he told that specifics of my issue, like the issue in his with his heart, when somebody's successfully go through operation and recovery, he did. the Amosov said that they can become a champion. And he said, I have a lot of people, a lot of my patients who go through it and they achieve, they succeed. Like, and he named few of them. He was very inspired, so he picked up it like a mindset. And he didn't even realize it. So through some questions, I dive in because I know that something, some story that he have, because he started be active. Somebody can use heart surgery as excuses. He opposite. He used the words of the surgeon who inspire him. You can become a champion. So he succeed in different areas of life because of this champion story that he hold. And it's important for us to rewire it. And sometimes they can go like crazy. But how you transform reality in your head, what kind of stories you tell yourself, this is very important. I break it down more detailized like in my workshops. You can check, and also you can ask me some questions or follow other people who can help you to make it digestible for you and more practical. Another part, very important, it's support system. And understand me right, not just environment support. You can do it, you can make it. No, it's much deeper because you need to have accountability. It means like you really have uh, we can say it a tracker that you can show to somebody. It should be some environment, some community of performers in that area or in other areas, like a coaches or like a mentors or people who succeed. Because person who succeed, other people ask that person, can you show me like how to do that? So they already mentors, right? They already leaders. And we pick up our leadership in our own lives when we execute on everyday basis, all of this put together, and we know how it works. So I have from my end mentors that I am learning from them, and I can have accountability, right? So community, of course, it's very important. Look, who are you subscribed for, and what communities and what they are like sharing, talking, succeeding in something. What it's about? It's about just gossiping about some news, about some relationships, or something like that. Or it's really uh, way of achievement. And it's not just about achieving, like become richer. Achievement, it can be like, okay, how I can manage my stress, how I can use some different methods to for emotional mastery, for spiritual mastery, for wealth mastery. Just today, um, get a mail from Tony Robbins because I'm a part of leadership program and Wells Mastery Readership Mastery. It's coming, and I'm so excited to be a part of it. So it's very important. You can ask yourself this question: when you don't feel like showing up, who supports you? This is a crucial moment. This is specific when test will come because everybody have this moment in life. It's a part of life. Pain, it's a part of life. But suffering, it's a choice. Tony Robbins, my teacher, telling about that regularly. I remember a moment when it was 2024. My mom passed away as a refugee in Denmark. I'm in United States preparing everything to bring her here. She didn't handle stress. She passed away. Stroke got her. I flew there. It was a lot of stress. How I saw how some family members act like a kids emotionally. My older brother said, "I will pray for her." and he didn't show up on funeral. He didn't support the family. We handled it with my nephew and his mom, my brother X, and some family, some friends who become a part of the family in Denmark during her refugee time. And I remember it was like just heartbroken. And my self-talk, I remember that. Because I have Tony on my side, it means like I listen his programs, I read his books. I have environment, I have a people community in on the Facebook, and I surround by people like I choose them who also achievers. So they are in different areas. So they are have this kind of mindset. But most important thing, I practice a lot. So this picture, specifically from that place, where I remember she came, it's a place in Denmark. It's a piers close to the ocean. And she was there. She spent time there in sunny days, and I have a picture. So I make a picture of it after her funeral as a reminder that I still feel her and my her present with me in my mission, my purpose. So because I was a part of inner circle, because I was a practitioner on everyday basis, put myself together and get back to my passion, to my mission to help other people go through their struggles. It happens. So I get out, I get back, smiled on my face during the few weeks of practicing. Uh, with my state, with my energy, with my story that I have inside my head. All of that can happen. You can overcome any kind of challenge if you have a system. If you are have a multiple pressure tests and you succeed. This is part of the system. It's necessary to happens. It's very important. So all of these tools needs to be put together because one or two it's just temporary change. It's like a tips. People like, oh, I figure it out. I will try this time. I will make it. If it will be not all five, lasting transformation will never happen because a lot of people try to fix the piece of the house when fundament already cracked and uh, we can it's metaphor but we can like transfer it to any area of life and to make it happen you don't need more effort. You just need to write architecture or sculpture, I can say, and check your system, what you have right now, what is missing, and to be able to show up on everyday basis because it's always improving process. It's never ending. I create the ultimate reset guide that you can use as a map in the beginning because you don't need the perfect action today, but you need the perfect state to show up. And you can scan QR code or go to my bio and just upload. It's free. And I will be happy to hear from you about your experience. Jeżeli Yuri was here with you, and I will see you soon on the next podcast. And don't forget, please let me know how it goes. Bye bye.